Okay, I think I'll do a little, I'll do something on orchids generally speaking. So orchids are monocots. It's one of the larger plant families on Earth. Maybe grass is the larger one, I imagine. But anyway, being it's a monocot, it has fibrous roots. There they are. It doesn't have a taproot. The leaves, these are succulent, but all the veins generally go in one direction. So thinks in terms of like palm trees, all that. Or corn or something along those lines are also monocots. But anyway, look at the roots. There we have a white exterior. That's called the velium. Then there's the tip, and that is the growing root. So this is an epiphyte, so it grows. As you can see, this is on a piece of cedar, bald cypress. They grow like this on the tree, so these are epiphytic. They're not parasitic on anything. This particular one, there's the flowers. Orchids have 6 petals because it's characteristic of monocots, so I can get it to focus. And an inferior ovary. So the ovary is down here. It's not up here inside the flower. If you think of a tulip, it's in a different family, the lily family. It is a monocot. But in the middle of the flower will be the ovary. And this is actually, see if I can do this. This is the column. Let me do this again. See, there's 3 petals that wrap these two. So these 2 are real petals, and then the lip down here is a real petal, and it's enclosed by the back 3, which have a little alpha-cytic pigments here. By the way, this is Brassoepidenrum cross to Epidendrum magnolia, and then I cross this to X Laelia longipipes, which I'm calling green dragons. Green dragons, dragon stars. But anyway, here's the lip that the pollinator will land on, and see that's the column. That's a fusion of the male and female parts. The stigma, or female part, is going to be hard to see. It's under that. Let's see if I can do this here, one-handed. I don't think so. Well, maybe I'll do that in another video. But anyway, I broke the lip. So the male and female parts are fused, so the pollinator can crawl up in here. It gathers some nectar often enough, and then when it leaves, there's the pollen cap right there on the edge, and that will come off on the pollinator. So anyway, this is a hybrid. And let's see what else. I think that's everything. It has like the characteristics of both. The X Laelia longipipes is a rupicolous orchid that grows in Argentina, so it grows in the rocks, and it tends to be stubby, and it's contributing that alpha-cytic pigments to it. But anyway, those are basic characteristics of the orchids, and you'll see those characteristics in a lot of not so epiphytic plants, but the velium is characteristic of epiphytes. It acts like a sponge. It absorbs the water and fertilizer, and then transports it to the plant. It's actually doing quite well. There's a little cluster of roots. Usually the longer the root tip is green-wise, healthier the plant. So if it's a good centimeter or 2, then that's a really healthy plant. But you can see the algae growing on the velium, and then some mosses that I can't seem to do anything about. So anyway, interesting little plant. I thought I'd give some characteristic of the orchids, since I tend to talk about them. Different orchids will have certainly different flower characteristics, but they all have that basic flower characteristic, and I might do a little thing on pollination too. Anyway, there you go, orchids.